Hello everybody, the Great Dino Ranger here again, back with another video. Today we got a very special video today in celebration for the month of June of the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park as well as Jurassic June. Why not do a full Mattel Jurassic Park / Jurassic World collection video? So this is going to be a video showing off my entire Mattel collection that has to do with Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. I haven't done one of these in a long time, at least in a few years, so I think it's a great time to do this now. So let's get straight into it. So here on my main shelf in my room, at the top here we got various different T-Rexes from Mattel there. So here you got the Bite and Fight and then the cool Dino Escape one with the capture gear, then a few Extreme Chompins, and then you got the cool Epic Roaring and the Thrash and Devour T-Rex from Dominion. Then we got the cool When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth banner that I got from that Legacy Collection set. And then up here on this next shelf, majority of it is all ceratopsians. So here are all of my main ones. Here we got the massive Pentaceratops, which is soon going to be dwarfed by that Habitat Defender trike. And you got a few other trikes or ceratopsians in here. You know, we got the Nasutoceratops, the baby, and then the new Diabloceratops I just got recently. And I just threw in a random Triceratops there for right now. And a few other different species of ceratopsians, you know, the Cosmoceratops, Styracosaurus, excuse me. And then you got a few sauropods, medium-sized sauropods, you know, the Ankylosaurus and Amargasaurus. And then here on this next shelf, we got just more herbivores. So here we got the Dino Tracker Stegosaurus back here, which is a really great figure. Then we got the super cool Kentrosaurus, then Bumpy, adult Bumpy. Then we got the beautiful Oranosaurus, and then the awesome Iguanodon, as well as the Edmontosaurus right there. And then all throughout in front of them, we got a bunch of smaller figures. So here we got a few smaller Stegosaurs. Here we got the Miragaia, the small fox that came with the Owen and Beta set, the cool Edaphosaurus, and then the Geolingosaurus, and then both of my Scutosaurs, as well as the Shringosaurus, which is a really cool one, Clovosaurus, Mosaurus, you know, we got the juvenile para, and the really cute Lystrosaurus. Super happy I have that one. And then I got a couple of my better Gallimimuses displayed here on the shelf. And of course you got Baby Bumpy, a few other different Ankylosaurs, the Baby Stego, and then a few Pachycephalosaurs such as the Stygimoloch and Dracorex, all looking nice. And here on this next shelf, this one's more of my smaller carnivores. So here on the back here, we got Beta and a few other small carnivores such as the Ornitholestes, Proceratosaurus, Mononicus, a couple of Beliosaurs like Rugops and Quilmisaurus. We got the Mashikosaurus and Alioramus, as well as the Dino Trackers Geniodectes. Then here we got some more smaller herbivores or carnivores. You got Velociraptor Blue with that cute little baby hatchling from the 93 classic Alan Grant set. Then you got a few others. The Zwanhanosaurus back there, Troodon, and you got the cool Moros right there, the Ostroraptor, Elaphrosaurus, a lot of cool ones. That awesome Pyroraptor, I really do love that figure despite it not being 100% movie accurate. Then here we got the super cool Nothosaurus, and we got the complete Trosraptor squad along with the Dino Trackers one in the back there. Then we got the super cool Piatnitskosaurus, the baby Tyrannosaurus, and then Dimetrodon, Plesiosaurus. Those are looking nice too. And then we got some scattered medium-sized dinosaurs, such as the Eocacaria, you know, Ichthyovenator, Megaraptor, Majungasaurus. Then we got the 3 locusts right there, as well as lots of compies. I love building all my little compy hordes to attack people. Then here on this next part, we got some larger carnivores. You got the Syates in the back there, and the Dino Escape Carcharodontosaurus, the Yangchuanosaurus right there. And then next to it, you got the similar Sinotyrannus. Then you got the Tarbosaurus back there, and then the Albertosaurus, and then the new Herrerasaurus design. And then I got myself Dimorphodon. And then here we got some of the main, or some large carnivores throughout the franchise. We got the awesome Giganotosaurus, and then the super cool Indominus Rex figure that I just got done reviewing, and then the Spinosaurus back there. So it's really nice seeing these 3 large dinosaurs together. Super cool. And then here at the bottom, we got some larger carnivores, some more. We got Toro, and then the awesome giant Allosaurus, and then the very beautiful Therizinosaurus. I really do love that figure. And then the awesome Red Rex, one of the best T-Rexes ever. And then you got mainly the rest of my Hammond collection stuff. So you got the Ceratosaurus, the Concavenator, and then the Baryonyx. And you can see you got the Parasaurolophus hiding back there, looking nice. And then a few here of my humans, Muldoon, Ellie, and Arnold, looking very nice. And then you've got some of my smaller figures, the JB3 Male Raptor, Pachycephalosaurus, the Dilophosaurus, as well as the really cool looking Hammond Triceratops, and then the gorgeous Hammond collection Tyrannosaurus Rex right here. Hopefully we will get a buck later on down the line that will be released into stores. And then here we got some more of these scattered figures. So these ones are ones that I didn't want to leave on the floor or in a bin because I didn't want to bend any of their horns or spikes, so I just kind of found room to display them on here. So we got majority of all my Ankylosaurs here, and then a few pterosaurs like the Sungrypterus and the Rhamphorhynchus, and then we got a few scattered Triceratopses here too, with the Tapejara right there. Still on the lookout for that Tupandactylus, and then we got a few other carnivores here, the Metriacanthosaurus, the Scorpiovenator, and then the Pteranodon up here. And we got the pretty big Suchomimus in the back there, really cool looking, and then a few other crocodilian looking dinosaurs, the Siamosaurus and the Sarcosuchus. And then in the back we just have all of my other Stegosaurs that we've gotten over throughout the years, so they're all just kind of hanging out back here. Like I said, this is kind of like a space where I'm just throwing in a bunch of random dinosaurs that I didn't want to have get warped in a bin or anything, so they're just sitting there for right now. And then here at the lower shelf, or at least the bottom portion, we got the massive ocean protector Mosasaurus, the Quetzalcoatlus, few of my hybrids right here. You got the Indoraptor, the new one, and then the Scorpius Rex, and then the Liopleurodon right there, which is a really nice figure. I'm also on the lookout for the Kronosaurus, and then a few other scattered dinosaurs like the Stegosaurus in the back there, two Trikes, a Styracosaurus, and then we have some other carnivores here, the Dryptosaurus and Rajasaurus. And then in the back here we got the another Zuniceratops, another Triceratops, and then in the back, or in this part of the corner, we got the other Sinoceratops, another Triceratops again, and then the Rajasaurus, the repaint from the helicopter set. So that is basically it for this main shelf in my room. Next up, we're going to take a look at everything else that is not on a shelf. So that's a lot. So let's go ahead and head in for those figures. Alright, so moving on to all the dinosaurs I have from Mattel that aren't on a shelf, they're mainly in a bin or sitting carefully on the floor. We're going to take a look at all of these smaller species, and as you can see, there are a lot in this section right here. So here in the back we got all of my raptors, so all the different blues and deltas, charlies and echoes, as well as just random repaints and just other paint jobs of various different raptors. And there are a ton. There are lots of raptors that Mattel has made throughout the years, and there's going to be more coming in the future for sure. So the huge pack is just going to be forever growing. And then here we got my flock of Gallimimuses here, or at least my loose Gallimimuses, that aren't on my main shelf in my room. And there are a lot. I really do like building my flocks. And then we got a pretty good group of Pachycephalosaurs right here, with the Legacy one being my favorite because it's more accurate to the movie. And we got the juvenile Carnotaurus right there. And then here we got all of my other loose Stygimolochs, which are really nice. I like building all my herds. And then we got my 3 other Dracorexes, looking nice as well. And then moving on to some other smaller carnivores, the Salores, the Proceratosauruses, Mononychuses, and my other Monolophosauruses. And then here we got a couple more Troodons back here, and then a lot of my Dilophosauruses. There are a lot that I have in my collection. And then we have a pretty good pack of Herrerasauruses here. These ones are all of the older designs. I keep the new one the new design on my shelf, and then a couple of Dimetrodons, the old 2019 version, and then the extreme damage one for Dominion. Then we got the juvenile Parasaurolophus, another Bumpy, another Moros, and then another Pyroraptor. A few other random carnivores like the Alliaramus Moros and the Genodectes, and a few other Ceratopsians there in the front, another Plesiosaurus. And then here we got all my other crouching raptors here, the ones I have currently. And there are a lot, so yeah, definitely a lot of small carnivores or small dinosaur species in my collection. So let's go ahead and jump up a scale and take a look at the medium-sized dinosaurs here. And there are a lot here as well, but not as many as the small ones. So here on the back, we got the two other concavenators from the Dino Rivals line. Both are pretty nice, pretty nostalgic to me because I remember picking these up in 2019. 2019 was a good year for Jurassic Park stuff. Then we got all my Baryonyxes, a few from the Dino Rivals and the Battle Damage line, I think. Then we got the original one from 2018. I really do love this one. Have a soft spot for it. I think something about having it be original is pretty nice. And then we got the trio from Camp Cretaceous, Limbo, Chaos, and Grim, looking nice. And then we got a few other Ceratosauruses. Here we got the Dino Rivals brown one, then the OG 2018 Fallen Kingdom one, and then the somewhat recent Dino Escape one right there. And then we got the second paint job, the Cryolophosaurus, and then the red Metriacanthosaurus. And then two of my Allosauruses here. We got the juvenile OG one from Fallen Kingdom. And then we got the first adult version that Mattel made during the Battle Big Rock toys that they made. And then we got a few of my leftover hybrids. We got the second Scorpius Rex here. And then the OG Indoraptor. I do have a soft spot for this one as well. Something about having this one is just really nice. And then we got the green version of the Sinoceratops, and a few other Parasaurolophuses, the bioluminescent one from Camp Cretaceous, and then the original Dino Rivals one. So that makes pretty much everything for all these medium-sized dinosaurs. So let's go ahead and move up in scale to the larger ones. And this one is a lot less than the previous two. Everything else is usually on the shelf, so it's just these ones left. Here we got the green version of the Albertosaurus, which is really nice looking. I really do like the colors on this one, and this one's really nice for not having a battle damage feature. Then we got the yellow Suchomimus, which is another nice one. Then the OG Carnotaurus. There's just something about having this one is just really nice. Definitely brings you back to the glory days from Fallen Kingdom. Then we got the awesome Control and Conquer Carnotaurus, which is definitely much larger than the original one, but I really do like the colors on this one. And then here we got the Extreme Chomp or the Extreme Damage T-Rex, which is a pretty nice one as well. I like the articulation and the battle damage feature. So that's pretty much it for these larger ones. So let's go ahead and move up a scale for these, or at least what I call them, extra larges, which again is not very many. So here on the side, we got the original real feel Mosasaurus. This is really special to me because this is one of the first Mattel Jurassic Park figures I got in 2018. So this is one of my first ones that started the whole Mattel trend in the first place. And then we got the Thrash and Throw T-Rex, which is again another OG one. So it's pretty nice to have this one and just see how far Mattel has gone from their original one. And then we get the Battle Damage Spinosaurus, which I really do like the feature on that one. And then the giant Thrash and Devourer or something like that, Indominus Rex, which I love the size in this one, like I said in the review, but it's really nice to have this one. And yeah, that's basically it for these larger ones. Let's go ahead and move on. And I totally forgot to put this in here. I put this in the last minute. This is the skeleton of the Indominus Rex that came with the Quest for the Indominus Rex pack that came out in Fallen Kingdom. So this was like our first Indominus Rex that we got from Mattel, technically. But it's a nice little skeleton. I really want to put this like in a lake or something, just have it look like it's been sitting at the bottom of the water and just been all degrading and stuff like that. Moving on, we got the large sauropods from Mattel. I am super happy that Mattel gave us these, because we would have never gotten these with like Hasbro or Kenner. I'm really glad that Mattel did this. They gave us 3 large sauropods right now that are in scale with their main line: the Brachiosaurus, Dreadnoughtus, which is my favorite, and then the Apatosaurus. So all these are looking really nice. Still unsure if I'm gonna get the Hammond collection Brachiosaurus. I'm still kind of thinking about it. And then obviously we have that Momentosaurus coming up soon, and I definitely want to get my hands on that one. So yeah, Mattel is doing a really good job with their giant sauropods here, and I'm just super happy to finally have these. They're really nice to display. It's just nice to get an overall scale of how big these animals are compared to the humans. Moving on here, we got all of my vehicles as well as playsets from Mattel, and there are a lot. I gotta say, I'm really happy to have a lot of Jurassic Park vehicles. I didn't grow up with any of them when I was a kid, so my younger self would be very jealous to see what I have in my collection at the moment. So here we got the original Fallen Kingdom Gyrosphere Blast vehicle, which is a really nice one, a really large and hefty vehicle. Then we got a transport truck right here with the submarine. I really do love the submarine. And then we got the cool Biosyn helicopter, which, like I said in its review, it's nice to have an actual vehicle with a Biosyn logo. And then we got the remote control gyrosphere, which currently doesn't have any batteries. And then we got the cracked gyrosphere, and then the small one. I prefer the cracked one because it's probably more in scale in terms of size. Then we got this Capture and Crush truck, which is a really good one. And then one of my favorite here is the this truck for the Dino Trackers, and then the really beautiful looking Ford Explorer for the 93 Classic line, and then the original Ford Explorer from the Legacy Collection, which are both looking really nice, especially together. Got some smaller ones here, the ATV, a couple motorcycles, a couple scooters, and then we got quite a few Jeep Wranglers. So we got the original one from 2018, and then we got this dirtied up one with the net launcher, and then the one with the cover that came with Dennis Nedry, and then we got the InGen Jeep right here from the Lost World, which is one of my favorites. And then here on the back we got the Outpost Chaos playset, which is really nice. I really do love this playset. It's definitely a pretty tall one, a pretty large one, but it's nice to have this in the collection. You can create a lot of cool pictures or a lot of cool scenes in terms of movies or play with this playset with the dinosaurs. It's a really nice playset. I hope we get more in the future. I definitely would want to get my hands on them because they're just really a lot of fun to have for display. So that's basically it for vehicles and all that. Let's move on to humans. There are a lot of humans. I remember, having the very few humans from 2018 and then having nothing from like 2019 and then 2020. And then we started getting more and more and more, and then Mattel is just on top of it with human characters. So really happy to have all these. There are a lot. So here we got, the 93 Classic Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant right there. You got a couple of my Claires, a few of my Owens right there. You got the one Ellie I have in this set. A couple more of my female characters, Zia, Kayla, and then Soyena. John Hammond right there, classic. And a few of my Alan Grants. And then we got Maisie right there, Rain Delacourt, a few of my Hunters, Roland Tembo, Robert Muldoon and Ken Wheatley, Lex and Tim right there, Ian Malcolm, the original Legacy Collection, and then a bunch of mercenaries. I really love the mercenaries from Mattel, and I really hope they give us more random mercenaries because they're a lot of fun to have and collect. And we got the Dominion Owen in front, and then another Owen with the motorcycle suit, and then we got all the Camp Cretaceous kids, Darius, Yaz, Kenji, Ben, Brooklyn, and Sammy. A couple more Owens right here, and then we got the Fallen Kingdom Maisie, another Claire, Dennis Nedry, and then Sarah Harding back there. So really nice little setup of humans here, and I really do like them all. And then also we got the Dominion Ian Malcolm right there. So really cool setup. Really happy to have more of these figures, and hopefully I'm looking forward to get more of these in the future. So really excited. Moving on, we're leaving the in-scale toys, and we're moving on to the Amber Collection figures, as well as Snap Squads. Amber Collection was a really cool toy line. It was like the Black Series for Jurassic Park. And also here are the Snap Squads that I have here. I would have preferred these over their new uncaged looking ones. In terms of Amber collection, I really do like these figures. It's kind of upsetting that they're not continuing it, but I prefer the Hammond collection anyway. So you can see all these ones that I've collected before they stopped making them. Alan Grant's the only human I have, and you got all these raptors and other dinosaurs, a couple of Dimorphodons, which were probably one of my favorites. Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon, the East Dock gate sign. But really cool little figures here, and definitely hold a good spot in my collection. So everyone, that's about to wrap it up for this review. That was my complete Mattel Jurassic Park collection. This was a lot of work to put together, and it's definitely going to be a few years before I do another one. But that means there'll be more stuff to show off in my collections, and I had a lot of fun with this one. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider liking my videos, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys again for the next video. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again real soon.